Warren Buffett's appetite these days consists of more pizza and less Apple, at least when it comes to stocks.
Buffett holds a record $325 billion in cash. Almost everyone was trying to figure out what he was going to do with it. Is he really preparing for a crisis or just waiting for a quality opportunity? Thanks to a new report on the movements in his legendary portfolio, we learned which stocks earned a place there and which ones he sold. What they are and how much he paid for them will be revealed in a moment. Hi investors, this is Milan from 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝟐. None of the information in this video is investment recommendation. Always do your own detailed analysis. Berkshire Hathaway's third quarter 13F report was filed after the market closed on November 14. This filing gives us another opportunity after 3 months to get a glimpse of what Warren Buffett and his investment team are doing within Berkshire's portfolio of publicly traded stocks. Berkshire has many companies that it owns and operates entirely as a 100% owner, but this filing gives us details on a portion of their investments in US publicly traded stocks. Recently, Berkshire's third quarter earnings results were released, which include important information about this portfolio of owned companies and information about the reduction in holdings in Apple and Bank of America. We looked at these sales along with Buffett's record cash in a recent video. Berkshire's $266 billion investment portfolio consists of 40 companies, down 1 from last quarter. The top 5 holdings, ranked by holding size, are Apple, American Express, Bank of America, Coca-Cola, and Chevron. These top 5 holdings account for more than 71% of the total portfolio, down from 76% in the first quarter. Notably, despite Apple's huge sales, the investment portfolio remains highly concentrated, with nearly 90% of assets in the top 10 positions. Although this news was already known from the results released, the most surprising news was that Berkshire Hathaway sold over $20 billion of its stake in Apple in the third quarter after reducing it by $90 billion in the first half of the year. Prior to the first sale, Apple stock made up more than 50% of its publicly traded portfolio, but now it is around 26%. The continued trimming was a shock, as Buffett said at the annual meeting that Apple is an even better business than Berkshire's long-held holdings like American Express and Coca-Cola. Because the 13F report does not include international stocks, Berkshire Hathaway originally announced the acquisition of approximately 5% of 5 Japanese trading companies in late August 2020. Buffett revealed in April 2023 that Berkshire had increased its holdings in these companies to 7.4%. He also stated that these were to be long-term investments and that Berkshire could still increase its stake to 9.9%. Berkshire has now added 2 new stakes, reducing at least slightly its previous record cash pile. These are shares of Domino's Pizza and Pool Corporation. Both additions were relatively small and make up only 0.2% of the portfolio. Berkshire acquired nearly 1.3 million shares of Domino's Pizza at the end of the quarter, valued at nearly $550 million. The firm also added 404,000 shares of Pool Corp to its portfolio, valued at $152 million. Shares of both Domino's and Pool jumped in extended trading Thursday after the investments were disclosed. Domino's Pizza operates franchise and company-owned pizza restaurants in the US and abroad. Pool Corporation distributes pool-related products worldwide. It now remains approximately 38% below its 2021 peak. Picking attractive stocks at a time when the indices are at their peaks is not easy. That's why it's handy to have tools to help you analyze individual titles and discover their true potential. Warren Buffett himself has been doing this all his life, and he evaluates companies on more than 1 or 2 metrics. He carefully finds out all the information about a company, which he then puts together. With a 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝟐 Black membership, not only do you get access to this data faster, but you get it straight filed in a form that is ready for your analysis. Plus, with fair pricing, you'll find out if Buffett was buying at the right price, while discovering other investment opportunities that most investors have no idea about. Floor & Decor Holdings, which was phased out of the portfolio last quarter, was eliminated from the portfolio during the quarter. Within financials, Buffett reduced holdings of Capital One Financial, Bank of America, and NU Holdings. Warren Buffett is considered one of the largest investors in bank stocks ever. Therefore, the reduction in exposure to the banking sector is noteworthy, but even so, 42% of the stock portfolio remains in financials. Charter Communications and 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗀𝗋 were the next stocks to be trimmed. Notably, 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗀𝗋 was only newly added to the portfolio last quarter. This is the 8th consecutive quarter that Berkshire has sold stock from its portfolio, with net proceeds from the sale of publicly traded shares totaling more than $34 billion. Between the stock sales and the cash generated from the business, Berkshire was able to accumulate a record amount of cash and equivalents of more than $300 billion. Interestingly enough, cash reserves relative to Berkshire Hathaway's size are now 28%, the highest level since at least 1990. At the annual meeting, Buffett said there are few significant opportunities to invest cash with attractive expected returns. But I don't mind at all building a cash position in the current environment. I think when I look at the alternative of what's available in the equity markets and I look at the composition of what's going on in the world, we find that quite attractive. Do you have any stocks from Buffett's portfolio in yours? Share it in the comments. Good luck with your investments.